Hi and welcome back to Wishing You Well podcast. We have the lovely Suzanne Janvier. Nearly. I should know how to pronounce your name. Right. We've only ever met each other online for many years now and talked on the phone, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's the first time we've actually met in person. But you're from Homecare.
Yeah.
Homecare South.
Yeah.
And you've worked with We're a Wellbeing magazine for well over 6 years now.
Yeah.
So you've supported us and been part of our wellbeing community, I like to say, because we have got a beautiful wellbeing community within We're a Wellbeing magazine. And this is just an extension to help businesses. And we've got so many amazing services on the Wirral. So it's actually to help them reach another audience.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted to just have a chat with you today. So tell us all about Homecare. Have you always worked within home care, within the home care services? What led you to this journey?
Yeah.
I know the way I see the stuff that you put online and the adverts. You love your job, don't you? I can tell. I can tell.
Yeah,
so tell us a little bit more about yourself, Suzanne.
So my background was actually nursing.
Yep.
So I did quite a number of years nursing, and then I had to come out of that because I wasn't very well. And then I actually went back to work as a carer for the original team of Homecare when it was first started by Cheryl, who set up Homecare. And the business, her business went from strength to strength, and we just grew. And she franchised, and because I worked for her at the time, and she knew my background, I went for it and went for the first franchise. So that was nearly 12 years ago.
No way. Yeah.
Yeah, and I absolutely love it. There's times when it's tiring, and believe me, there's been hard days, but it is well worth it.
Yeah, and tell me a little bit more. What are the challenges that you face within the care industry? I talk to people. Is staffing an issue? Is it not being able to support certain people? Talk to us about what sets you aside from other.
So we're really fortunate that we've been really successful with keeping staff.
Yeah.
Sometimes getting staff is difficult.
Yep.
It's quite a saturated market, but once people actually come and work for us, they do stay because they realise that we do things differently.
I've heard such lovely reports back.
Yeah. I just, our staff are amazing, and if we didn't have them, we wouldn't have a business. And so my priority starts with them, and if they're well looked after and you give them the right values to work from, the rest follows. And to see them working with our clients is just it's just lovely.
Lovely. And so what service, if somebody's actually looking for, to access services for loved ones or, elderly relatives, how would they approach you, and what would it look like? What would the journey be with you? So from sort of like the start to, what's the process?
Okay. So Homecare is a home care agency. So some people don't know what that is. So we go into people, it could be once a day, once a week, 4 times a day, very much dependent on what their need is. It's a familiar face going in each day, which they know and they get to know and they trust. And we can do anything from helping somebody get up of a morning to taking them shopping once a week. It really is very variant of what we'll do for them. And often people will find that their loved ones are reluctant to get care in place, and that can be quite a battle. And so we'll just sort of go in slowly. If we can, we might start with a cleaning call or a weekly companionship call where we'll take them for a walk or whatever, and just get a foot through the door. And once they realise,
build that relationship.
Once they realise what it is, because ultimately we're there for the client themselves to enable them to remain living at home, but we're actually there to support the family. I've been there as a daughter. I know my dad had Parkinson's and know what it's like getting that phone call at 7, 8 o'clock at night when you just got in, you just sat down to watch the TV, and the phone goes, and you're going to have to go, and it is difficult. And part of our job is stepping in, not taking over, but stepping in and being that support system for the families, feeding back to them when we think something's not quite right. And likewise, good news stories to them. This is what we've done, and it's lovely to see. And the families gain our trust as well. They really do.
Oh God, that sounds lovely. And what if somebody wanted to get hold of you and sort of give us all your details and the website, but if they were a bit nervous about sort of what advice could you give them, or what can you say to them? Say, we've got you. You're in good hands with us here.
Yeah.
You know, people are a little bit nervous now about sort of, you know, where do we go? How do we get support? I mean, the world's changed over the last years considerably, and it's even into finance. To finance it, people are worried because it can be costly. So, what advice would you give them?
So, the first thing I tell anybody before they even get any care in place is that anybody who's over state pension age can get something called attendance allowance, which is a weekly fund. It's around £70 a week for the lower rate and £110 for the higher rate, and it's not means tested.
Right.
The only factor is that you have to be over state age and needing some sort of support. That could literally be a neighbour popping in to make sure you're all right, or somebody coming in to help you take your shopping. That is the level that it can be. And that's sometimes just what somebody needs to say, okay, we've got this amount of money. It's not going to cost me anything. Let's get somebody in to just give us a little bit more support.
And that's important to let people know. And that's what this is all about, being able to educate people and let them know what's out there help-wise. I've been talking to a financial advisor recently, and he was saying that that's what they're asked for now, how to plan for your retirement.
Plan your retirement. That's what I'm looking at the moment.
Because, you know, the goals have moved now. It's not as it once was, and it's something we've got to think about because it can be quite substantially, you know.
And I think the reality is that we are going to have to start to pay for our care. You know, they're cutting everything, aren't they? We are going to have to start to pay for it. And so it's just starting to plan your future.
That's important.
But definitely the attendance allowance, because then that can lead on to other things. Then you've got pension credit. The winter fuel allowance, it will also trigger that. So there's other things that then it starts to trigger, and it's just taking that load off you, you know.
Yeah, and how do you support your carers that are out in the community? I know that you do, but tell us, for the benefit of the show, how you support your carers.
So all the staff come to us and they go through a full training process. We've actually got a brand new training facility now in Liverpool, which we're starting to use. Our Liverpool team are amazing, and Paul's always done our training. Literally, I was trained by Paul. They've got a bathroom set up, a living room set up, a kitchen set up, hoists, everything you need, so that our staff can actually go in and physically see what it's like to do that care, because there's so many scenarios you can come across that sometimes the training just comes with experience, but actually going and having that hands-on is really helpful, and asking any questions. Staff, when they start, they're always shadowed by another member of staff, so they'll go in, they'll meet all the clients, and we're on the end of the phone as well. Even when the office is shut, we have an on-call, and we just say, you know, ring us, we'll answer you anything that you want to ask us. Doesn't matter how silly. It's not a silly question if you don't know.
Exactly. Oh, that's good. And I think people don't realise it's a demanding job, but it must be such a rewarding job as well. You know, some of the people that you're working with and supporting, you must have some lovely stories. Is there any that you can, I hope not putting you on the spot, is there any like lovely success stories that you can talk about that they'll just make us feel warm and fuzzy? So
last year we had a lady who her family wanted put care in place. She'd lost an awful lot of weight. She was quite malnutrition. And the family had a wedding planned in Italy with their family, but they were fearful that the mum wouldn't be able to actually go because she wasn't strong enough. So we started going in with the help of the dietitian. We got her on ensured drinks and a really high calorie diet, and we got her weight up much better, and she actually did get to go to Italy to see her granddaughter get married. So that was lovely. We've actually also just done a series of videos. We had a videographer coming out with us, and they're circulating on social media now. I don't know if you've seen some of them.
I think I have.
And that was such a lovely feeling, because I know what happens, but when you're in the office all the time, when you're running the business, you don't see those things all the time. And to actually go back and to listen to the families and what they're saying, it isn't for the camera, it's what they actually feel and think. And it just makes you feel so proud of the staff that you've got and what they do and the difference we make to people's lives.
So where can people access them on your social media, just so they can go and have a look if they're, if they wanted to do their research a little bit? And
so Facebook and Instagram, or on YouTube as well. And if you just type in Apollo Care, they'll come up.
And it's Apollo Care South, isn't it?
Apollo Care South Wirral.
Wirral. Oh, brilliant. Well, thank you very much for coming Laura, in. I really appreciate it. Is there anything else that we haven't covered that you wanted to mention today?
Well, there is one thing. So we've actually got a new service starting. We're going to be offering live-in care.
Oh, wow.
So this will be an extension of what we're already providing.
Yeah.
So sometimes you'll have somebody who, they've already got 4 calls a day coming in. Family might live far away and they're really anxious what's happening in those periods of time when we're not there. And sometimes the only answer is a nursing home or a residential home, which people don't want.
Yeah.
So this will be somebody living in their home. They'll have their own bedroom and their own time.
Will it be them full time, or would you need like a dual?
So they'll be there full time.
Yeah.
They'll have downtime during the day, which we'll cover with another member of staff, so they get time off.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but they'll sort of dip in and out with the person, so they're always there to support them if there's extra care need, other to what is their normal, and they're there to go and watch TV with, go out with, go for a meal with.
And you've got peace of mind that someone's there all the time and they've not fallen in between calls or whatever.
Exactly.
I think that's an amazing service. And I don't think anyone else are doing it.
There's a few people doing it. This will be a first for Apollo. We've never done this before. It's been a big thing to get it started, but everything's in place. We never do anything without making sure that we've got everything in place first, and we've got that now. So we're just excited to get going with that.
Oh, well, thank you so much. One thing I ask everybody on each podcast is, have you got a personal wellbeing tip? Is there anything that you can give us, like mine, sometimes drinking more water, or, going out in the garden, having a cuppa in the garden amongst the birds? Is there anything you want to share with us? You don't have to, but
so that's a similar thing to me. So I've got a condition called ME, which is chronic fatigue syndrome, and so I have to make myself stop.
Good.
But something I've been learning recently is getting outside. Yeah. You don't always spend time outside, and just 10 minutes sitting in the garden having a cup of tea can make the world of difference to how you feel.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's one of my ones as well. I like that one. Oh, thank you so much.
Thanks, Laura, for having us.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.